Hello. I saw two people were waiting, so I hope you're still there. It's been a while. I'm just going to take a second and put my phone on airplane mode so that we don't get interrupted. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. Airplane mode. How have you been? Oh, both people left. Okay. Just wait a few minutes because it's a little early. Hi, Melanie. Welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. That's about as far as I'll take that. Oh, it's been so long, I don't know if too many people will come. Hi, Yvonne. I'm hanging in there. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for sharing. I'm okay. We are supposed to have storms yet again tonight, but I don't think they're going to be anything like the last few weeks have been on. It always seems to hit on Wednesday or Thursday. We've had some bad storms up here, but I'm been in a funk too, so yeah, I hope so too. I have 3 cards for you tonight, and we're going to be using the beautifully penned paper that's in the Celebration brochure, which I had here a minute ago, and now I don't know what I did with it. Oh my goodness. Good question. Where did it go? I don't know. I might have it with my stuff to make the card. Hang on. Bear with me. It's been a while since I've done this. Do you guys like the lives or do you prefer premieres instead? Just wondering. I really don't know what I do with my Celebration brochure. That is bizarre. Interesting. Don't know. Anyway, it's in the Celebration brochure. Hi, 907. Crafty Life. Welcome. Yay. Well, you wouldn't have been able to. Hi, honeybees from Central Florida. Wow. Thank you all for joining me tonight. You like lives better? You both like live. Okay, I'll continue with lives then. All right, so the paper we're using is beautifully penned, and I think these are the patterns in it. It's double-sided, but it's all black or grayscale. And the ones we're using are this one on the first card, this one on the second card, and this one on the third card. But we're going to be using 3 different stamp sets and dies. And let me see if there's any other patterns I missed in it. This actually Stamp Girl had requested that I use, and quite honestly, I've been in a really bad crafting funk and haven't done much of anything. Before we get started though, oh, California, awesome. It's storming right now. My township is I live up on a hill, so I wasn't impacted much other than a couple inches of water in my basement. But we had some really bad flooding here last week, and we had some tornadoes, not right at my area, but closer to Philadelphia, which is a little further east than me, and in New Jersey. So and then in towns near me, there was severe flooding, and they're still trying to, I mean, they've been without power and water and stuff for the week. Still, I think in my township, even on the lower ground, some places are just now getting water and they're being told to boil it and all that stuff. So I was very lucky. But it's just been so damp, and the temperature hasn't been bad this week considering what it's been, but it's still all the humidity and moisture is bad. So anyway, that's all on that one. Only 2 announcements. The paper pumpkin kit called Haunts and Harvest. If you're interested in that, it will make 12 treat boxes, but they can be either apple, pumpkin, or jack-o'-lantern treat boxes. You would need to order or sign up for Paper Pumpkin by the 10th of September, which is Friday, right? Friday? Yes, Friday. So that's the first thing, and the links will be down below the video to sign up if you're interested. There's a direct link for the monthly subscription. And the other announcement I have is that there's a new holiday kit on the main website as of today, and it's called Christmas Whimsy Card Kit. It looks really cute. It's got elves. Let me flip this over and show it this way. It's got little elves on a ladder, and I think there was a preview of this in the mini catalog. Let me pull that out because it might be easier to see, where they had the kit pages. Yeah, this one here. It looks like this, I believe. Oh, no, this one. I'm sorry. There might be another one coming, but this one with the elf makes 8 cards, and it is a stamping kit because there's a ink in it, and then some die cuts and trim and everything. So if you're interested in that, that's on the actual website now, with the kits. If you look up kits on the website, it looks really cute. All right, I don't have that yet. I just actually found out about it, and it's available now to everyone. All right, those are my 2 announcements. I hope you've all been well. Hi, Brandy. Okay, have a good meeting. Thank you for stopping in. All right, so the first card we're going to do is this one. Sorry for my paper. Oh, and by the way, this is the new postcode for September. Also, hi, Cindy. I think I said hi to you already, maybe. I don't know. All right, so this is what we're using. It's on basic white thick with Magenta Madness, the designer paper, a piece of black, which I've used let me find the materials here that I have ready. I've used the embossing folder called, Time Worn Type, one of my favorite new ones in the mini catalog, August December mini. And I also use the die, this die here, to do that little border, and this die here to cut this image out. And I think that's about it, really. And then this, I just used the punch, the banner pick-a-punch. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing we have, I'll give you measurements. Make sure I have all my bits here. So the Whisper White, Basic White is a standard A2, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I don't do too many fancy folds or whatever. The Magenta Madness is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and the designer paper, which has that. Oh, I didn't use that side. We're using the floral. It's like a monotone, but it has more of a gray tone to me than black. But anyway, we're going to use that. And then we're going to run this through die cut first. So let me tape that down. I'm going to do it in my big machine because the next thing has to go in the big machine anyway, which is the embossing folder. So let's just tape this down. There we go. I'll be right back. Hi, Hildy. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Okay, turning around to do this. I'm out of practice with lives since it's been a couple weeks, so bear with me. I'm kind of amazed at myself that I even got 3 cards made, quite honestly. But I did. I managed it. Next up, as far as videos, will be on the 10th. That will be using Stampin' Up! Products also, and that'll be 10 on the 10th Christmas cards. So, and starting next week, I think I'm going to try and do one non-Christmas or non-holiday, one holiday, that kind of thing. All right, now I need to put this through the embossing folder. I'm losing my dies here. And then we'll do a little coloring. Yeah, too much stuff on my desk as usual. None of these cards are particularly difficult. They just take a little time. This one and the next one, they're all pretty easy actually. So if you've made any cards in the past, you can make these. And the second one will be inspired by something in the catalog. So I'm going to run this through the embossing folder, Time Worn. It's become one of my favorites lately. Just love it. I used it on the case of card on the 5th. And I do have the upstairs air conditioner on. It's not super hot up here, but it's hot enough that I need it on. So that will be like that. Now this piece is 3 by 4 1/4, I think. Yeah, 3 by 4 1/4 for this piece here. So let's glue these two together and then we'll do some coloring. Hi Linda, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. I haven't been wanting to craft much lately, so I do apologize. I'm going through some major funk, but I'm trying to get myself out of it, force myself to do this so that I can, oh gosh, drop everything, so I can get back into crafting. I did drop out of a collab or two already, and just because I just couldn't bring myself to do this stuff. Anyway, and probably next month I'll be making some announcements on collabs. I'm just gonna stop as of 2022 as well. All right, we can go ahead and glue this down as well. I'm hitting a certain age pretty soon, and I've been doing a lot of thinking. Thank you, Cindy. So I'm going through some, I don't know, life decisions, I guess is the way to put it. All right, so I already stamped this out in Memento Tuxedo Black. I had it die cut over here. And I'm just going to use Just Jade Light and Dark and Magenta Madness Light and Dark. We'll start with the dark. And I just realized on the other one I never colored in the centers. We'll go ahead and do that. I was asking earlier about the lives or premieres because I thought, you know, maybe a premiere would be easier to talk with me because I'm not having to look up all the time, but I'll try. Yeah, I know, Linda. You have more of an excuse than I do. I think with my age changing and my appearance in the last year really going downhill, I don't know. I think everything from the last year and a half just came to a head. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm trying to get out of it. So, and I did sign up, for those of you who are demonstrators, I signed up for On Stage. Is anybody else going to On Stage online in November? I didn't sign up immediately. I was debating that even. But I decided I'll go one more time. Oops, I forgot to do some lines. So this is the dark. I'm just doing the centers and the lines. I forgot to do the center here. And now with the light, I'm just doing easy coloring, guys. Not even really any shading. You can use your markers. You could use colored pencils. You can use the new chalk pastels. You could use blending brushes with just ink or watercolor paper. You could do this on with watercolors. I mean, with the inks and water pens. Any option would be good. Oh, thank you, Hildy. That's sweet of you to say. Yeah, right, Linda? And the last year's just been rough. Year and a half been rough on a lot of us. And now I'm hearing in this area that they're expecting, I don't know which variant anymore. I have not been paying too much attention to local news other than weather emergencies. But apparently one of the variants is coming to hit hard, because I was talking with my son today about maybe rejoining Planet Fitness and him joining too, because he's getting out of shape. And we decided we're just going to get out videos and exercise videos and try and do that together every other day or something. He's been doing some exercises to some video type thing, but it's too, I don't know, it's too gamey to me, like video game style exercise, and that's not my thing. So I just want to do some walking, or I don't know, other cardio exercises mostly. And we also have a dance thing that's old, but I don't know if either one of us could do that anymore, from the Wii system. I think it was called Dance Dance Revolution, and he used to go like gung-ho. Nobody could keep up with him, but I could never do that fast. It's kind of fun, though. So we'll see. And I got my hair cut finally. I got rid of my COVID hair, but unfortunately I didn't get rid of my COVID color, which is salt and pepper now, and that drives me a little nuts. I think I was in denial about getting old, and now I've come to the realization that, yeah, I'm getting old. So I don't want to. Anyway, that's what's been going on with me. That and the severe weather the last couple of weeks, severe thunderstorms and high winds and flooding and all this stuff. Like I said, I've been very lucky, because usually if we get the high winds here, since I'm up on a hill, we usually get the worst of it, but we managed to somehow escape it, other than torrential downpours and water in the basement, like I said. So I'm good. I'm a happy camper that we were bypassed this time, but I feel really bad for all the other people in the area. And my granddaughter started 12th grade this year. Unbelievable. And my other one started 3rd grade. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. One day at a time. Hi, Gladys. Yeah, I have some of Leslie Sansome's videos. So I have some of hers, and I have somebody else's. I don't know. I've had them for many years, and I even have a step climber thingy. But my house is small. I don't have room for, like, I used to have a treadmill. There's no room in this house for a treadmill and stuff. So walking and stuff we can do, and floor exercises, but that's about it. Otherwise, I need to go to a gym, and now I'm afraid again to go to the gym. So I had a Planet Fitness membership, but when my daughter had one, we used to meet when she was working at her office, but now everybody from her office almost is still working from home, and they went from 3 buildings to 1, and they're doing office sharing now when it's necessary to go in for meetings or whatever. So bottom line on that one is, where we used to meet at Planet Fitness, she doesn't go that way anymore, so she's working at home, which is the opposite direction. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll start off with videotapes, and if the weather gets a little cooler, like I think maybe tomorrow even, it's supposed to be a little bit more reasonable. I can't walk when it's high humidity and 90 degrees or whatever, but I think tomorrow is only supposed to go up to 75. Fahrenheit, so it should be good to maybe take a walk outside. Because I actually prefer walking in nature than walking to a video. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I can do it in the air conditioning if it's too hot out, so no more excuses. That's where I'm coming from now. All right. So I need the largest of the dies, outline dies. And this has to go. That's not the largest one. Oops. This one is. And these are part of the, what is this called? I didn't even tell you that. These are part of the penned flowers dies from the hand penned bundle, which is in the annual catalog, actually. Oh, she's on YouTube too? Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you for the encouragement. I will definitely look it up. So I used to get mad at my mother because we kept telling her when she was younger, you know, go out and walk, or do something. Because she used to like bowl and all that stuff, but then she hurt her back, and I figured, well, you can at least walk. And but even before she hurt her back, but she never would do it, and she got, you know, lots of different illnesses as a result. So I'm trying to not get like that, but we'll see what happens. It is not lined up right. Okay. All right, let me turn around and die cut this. I'll be right back. Get my plates in order here. Here we go. I'm not sure I still have that lined up exactly right, but we'll try it. So that's enough Debbie Downer for the night. Now on to the crafting. Just tried to do some simple things, like I said, to get me back in the mood, and I didn't die cut that well. So let me just cut this one a little better. Me who doesn't like fussy cutting, but that one had too much white on it. Okay, there we go. All right. 10,000 steps is pretty awesome. I have no clue. I'll have to get a, somewhere in this house I have a step counter. Now, I did not bump anything on dimensionals except this congratulations, which we'll do in a minute here. I figure, you know what, with the everything going up, including postage, I'm going to kind of go sideways with this because I want to put ribbon here. And this is, I think this ribbon just went on back order, but it's on back order. And it's the black and white gingham in the mini catalog. It's part of the cute Halloween suite. I really love this ribbon. And I did not order another one, so when it comes back in, I'll have to consider that. But I'm trying, I don't have a lot of extra funds right now since I paid for OnStage. So I need to wait. Oops. See if we can tie this better. Nix, hello, welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. I'm not doing too good at tying a bow here. Let me cut this. Maybe I'll do it better without the roll. You could also use the black and white twine or just black twine, whichever works for you. Let's try this one more time. Maybe we'll do it this way. Ta-da! I just have to trim the tails. Awesome, 12. That's more than I had last time, a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot. to me to have people here. Because you know, if nobody shows up, why bother, right? And yeah. There we go. Now, let me find my bit of paper that I had for stamping on somewhere. I don't know what I do with it. Oh, goodness me. Not organized tonight, apparently. I had a little scrap of white. I probably dropped it somewhere. Let me get another one. Okay. Is that the right? Yep. So this is Magenta Madness, and we're just using the sentiment, congratulations. So tonight we're not doing any holiday cards. We're focusing on the designer series paper called Beautifully Penned, but we're using 3 different bundles or stamp sets. And this one happens to be the hand penned suite. All right, I'm just going to snip this and then we're going to use the punch. And is that about the right length? Yeah. That's about 3 inches. I didn't really measure it this time. I'm going to do the pointed end on the side with the sentiment stamped. Get it in there straight. I'm going to do it twice actually. And the other one for the tail. Okay, let me put my punch away and put some dimensionals on. Yeah, I love pink and black too. Thank you. And I wanted to use the outgoing colors. You know, they're only going to be here for another, I'm going to put 4 on this time. I put 3 on last time. You can do it however you like with our dimensionals. And you could use the black dimensionals too if you have those, so that it doesn't show against the black here. That's just going to go right here, however you would like to place it. And then inside I just have, I don't think I stamped anything, I just have paper. So this is a strip of the designer paper. This one was 1 inch wide. It was a little bit more than I like. This one I cut 3/4 inch wide by 5. I had to snip that off once we glue it. And then this is 5 1/4 by 4. So let's glue this down. And everything I stamped here was from the hand penned bundle in the annual catalog. And I'll tell you what page that's on in a minute. But it's meant to go with this paper, so I started with that, and then I'm going to branch out for the next 2 cards. Wait, what is, where are we here? What did Tashana say? Oh, yeah, the DSP is. You can, I did not do this time because I think I did it before, but 2 of the papers have florals. This is one, and then there's another one that's more spaced out a little bit, and that you can color, you know, like 1 floral or more than 1, whatever you want to do on those. But I decided not to do that tonight because I've done it. Oops, I don't know why I put that away. Because I've done it before. I've used this bundle before, but not with this paper. So I've used it with the other paper in the annual catalog that goes with it. I'll find that for you in a minute. I can't find my celebration brochure, so I'm not sure where I put it. I had it earlier. Let's see. Oh, nope, that's not it. Hand penned. Let's see. Page 105. 105. this is the paper that goes with it. They don't really show you the paper really well here, but it's more colorful. And then the one in the celebration brochure is the black, the monotone, black and white. I hope that was on screen. But it's on page 104, 105, hand pen suite. And parts of it are either on back order now or in low inventory or something. I just did a quick glance before I came on. I don't know where I had my celebration brochure earlier, and I do not know where I put it. Okay, so anyway, that's our card 1. Now you could put some bling on here. I chose not to on this one, and I think I have these tails a little long, but that's okay. So there's our first card already. Not too bad. Let me put my dies away so I don't lose them. Maybe. Stick them in here. And now it sounds like somebody's out there mowing lawn, which is surprising because it's starting to get dark. It is getting dark earlier. Has anybody noticed that? I did. Sad about that part. Putting my ink away, sorry. Okay, so next card is a little different. Let me move this over here. It's this one. And this, I actually got inspiration from the mini catalog, and I had it all open to that, and then I closed it to something else. So let me find that again. I think it's on page like 19 or something. Nope, not 19. Hey. Oh, you know what? It was in the celebration thing. So maybe oh, here it is. How about that? I had it with the for sure. So we're making a card sort of based on this card here on the celebration brochure, which is on page 6. So we're also going to bring in the celebration stamp set called Feels Like Home, which you can get with a $50 purchase. And here's the, oops, I got a bling on here. And here's the paper is on page 7, which is a celebration item that you can get with a $50 purchase. Also, I think this is an extra bling. I'm just going to toss it. So we're going to use this design, and on the inside we'll use this one. And we're just going to use Missing You from that. Make sure I have all my stamps here. Ta-da! And ta-da! And then we're also going to bring in this little circle from the Tasteful Label Dies in the annual catalog. The twine pack, we're going to use the black. And I don't know if there's anything else. If there is, I'll tell you as we go. But this card was the inspiration. And basically, it's monotone, but then they cut this. Now, what they did is use the designer series paper for the color family. And they made the design bigger than that paper, but I changed it up a little bit. So that's what we're starting with. So it's kind of a case of card thing again. So what we have is gray granite. Let me get my phone folder. Switch things out a little bit. I don't use gray granite a lot, but I thought I'd give it a try this time. Right, exactly. You can combine it with color. I do that a lot. I combine the black and white with color. So this is the paper we're using. This is the other floral I mentioned, which you could color in. That's the one I think you would be really pretty if you colored in just a portion of it or something. Or maybe I'll try this on, if we have time, maybe we'll try it tonight, but you could color the background and just make those flowers pop. Maybe we'll try that later. But this is cut, I think it is cut 3 by 5 1/2. 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is 3 1/2 basic black by 5 1/2. And we're just going to put that across the center so that just a black border shows on either side. I thought maybe having the stripes behind it might be too much, but I kind of like how it turned out. So we're going to do it again. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, Hildy. And Nix. Everybody. Sometimes the comments roll up and I don't get to see them, so I apologize if I miss anybody. And we're just putting this on a regular A2, you know, 5.5 by 4 1/4 again. And then we have to stamp. So this piece that I have here for the stamp image is 3 by 4 1/4. All right, and we're just going to use Memento Tuxedo Black on the larger house image. Celebration, by the way, only goes through September 30th, but it's also while supplies last. So if you want anything, be sure you get it soon before things sell out, because they're not going to restock the celebration items. All right, so I'm going to try and get this lined up good. You could do this on the Stamparatus too. It's pretty good. And then, oops, I'm going to cut it. And I think, if I remember correctly, I cut it into half first, which was 2 1/8, because this is 4 1/4. That looks about right. And then each piece I just cut at the 1-inch mark. So it might be a little more on one piece than the other, but only by about 1/8 of an inch, so it's not that much of a deal. So there we go. And then we're going to get our dimensionals again and load these up with dimensionals in order. And I want to move them over to the left so I have room for my sentiment and bow over here on the right. Now, like I said, in the catalog, when they did it in the brochure, their pieces were longer than the background paper, but I chose not to do that. So we'll just go ahead and put dimensionals on all these, and then we'll hopefully get them on straight. Just a little bit of space in between them all. Something different, and I thought it would work for guys or gals, you know. And Missing You can be for anybody also. I don't have too many Missing You cards. So anyway. For Friday, for 10 on the 10th, if you're interested, I'm hoping to get all the cards made. I'll be using the Peaceful Cabin set and the coordinating designer paper. So if you want to come see what the cards are that I make, I haven't made them yet. For that, be sure to tune in Friday at, I forget what time, I think early in the morning, like 7 or something. All right, so what I did is I just started over to the left with a little bit showing there and put the first one down, and then did all the rest from that. And I think I'm going to stand up to do this so that I can kind of get it even. You know, you want a little bit at about the same amount on the top and the bottom. And make sure I get the pieces right. And then about the same amount of space as here in between each piece. You could put them closer together, but I want the space to be visible. I think I just threw all those on the floor. Those little pieces from the... That looks pretty straight. 2 for 2 so far. Woohoo! So guess what I had for dinner? Pizza. I was going to make a casserole, but I lazied out on that today. Mostly because I didn't get up here to start making cards till about 3. Amazing, right? I got 3 cards made and got prepped for these in that amount of time. I got done by 5:30 actually. So 2.5 hours I made 3 cards. All right, now we just have to stamp Missing You. And that's going to be also in Tuxedo Black. I don't know if that'll stamp right or not. We'll try it. Nope. I think my, I don't know if it's this particular word stamp or me and my ink pad, but it's been, that's better. It's been blobbing on me. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Yeah, with the, I know you could use, to make it easier, we do have that adhesive, what do you call that stuff? Dimensional adhesive. Let me get the name. This stuff. Self-adhesive. Nope, that's not it. I have it here somewhere. Foam adhesive sheets. That's what I'm trying to get to. All right, so now let me get the die. The one smallest die from the Tasteful Label dies, which I use quite often for various things. And I'll run that through the machine too, which you could, if you have the mini, this one will fit through the mini. And so would that last one we did with the flower. I'm just going to turn around and do this real quick. All right. So, I don't know if all of you know, Paige is in the process of trying to sell her house and move. So most all of her craft stuff is packed up. She is the one that requested this, so maybe she can watch sometime in the future. All right, so I'm going to partially glue this and partially do the dimensional. One dimensional is enough. This is a small circle, and this one's a little crooked actually, but oh well. We'll just put that right here. And then we need our little twine pack. And this is a combo pack now in the annual catalog, which is, I'm going to say chrome cake, white, berry vanilla, gray granite, and black, but I could be wrong on the names of some of those colors, like the gray and the chrome cake, but I think that's what it is. I'm using the plain black. I thought about using some other, like there's a gray granite shimmer ribbon, but it just didn't look right with this, in my opinion. So I went with the twine instead. And the black and white twine from Playful Pets was a bit too much. So this is in the annual catalog. And I don't think it's affiliated with a suite or anything. I have trouble with twine twisting sometimes. So there, I think I got it now. Aww. Yeah. Not too hard, right? Hi, Phoebe. Welcome from Miami. Thank you. I'm going to actually stick this glue dot down. I have it right in the corner here. I rolled it a little bit because, you know, twine is kind of thin. I'm trying desperately to get this one to stop turning. There we go. And it's a little too long, so let's just snip this a little bit. And then the finishing touch on that one before we do the inside is I just used basic rhinestones from the annual catalog just to add a little bit of extra sparkle. And I don't think it's too much then for a guy or something to have just a few blings on it. This one, I don't like this tail sticking up or going down there. All right, now for the inside. First thing is we have a strip of the paper, the striped paper, and then we're also going to just use memento, and there's this little flower pot. We'll stamp that first down here in the bottom corner. And I will apologize, I have the Hope paper pumpkin box sitting here. I never even opened it yet. And we're 2 days away from the new one filling, so I'll still try and get to that and do some alternatives for you. But it may not be till the weekend. So for those of you who watch because of Paper Pumpkin, I will still do that. I don't know if I'll do a regular unboxing because everybody else has already done that, but I'll probably just do alternatives. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then just the stamp on it. And that's all we're going to do for that one. Simple, but I think somebody said elegant. Yeah, I think this one's kind of elegant. My hardest thing with this one is getting those strips lined up properly. I didn't do too bad. It's not too hard to get the two in the center because you have the lines on the door to get them even. It's a little, you can't really follow the paper because the lines are wavy on the paper. And here, I guess you can use this line to, I didn't do too bad on that actually. It's a little deceiving because of the way the stripes wave on the background paper. So that is card 2. Let me put this down on the floor and get it out of the way and clean my stamps. What did Yvonne say? Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Brandy and Hildy. All right, the last one's not too hard either. It uses another different stamp set. So let me move these out of the way. What time are we at? Oh, it's only 7:45. Wow. I'm doing really well. All right, so this is the last one. And this uses the Sending Hugs. Let me make sure that's the right name. Yep, Sending Hugs. This is in the annual catalog. And it's a bundle. And this is the designer paper. So let me show you the other side of that paper. That's the one we're using. And it's this one. I thought about I could use that too, but it was too dark in the background. And I wanted another pop of color. So I put it on Fresh Freesia this time. And we're not using stamps other than Sending You. And I had to figure out what to do with that, actually. What row? I think I buried it maybe. Oh, here it is. Okay. We're using a flower on the inside from the set and Sending You, little font here, right up here. And then these are from the coordinating dies. And I did that one in basic black and this one in Fresh Freesia, which cuts out the separate letters. I didn't use any of these other. I didn't use the label dies either. So that's what we're using. And Fresh Freesia ink. Now I've gone ahead and pre-cut things, so this will go fast too. And I did use for the Fresh Freesia letters, I did use our adhesive sheets. So it wouldn't be so messy. But I tried using the adhesive sheets with the black, basic black, but as it was, I had to run this through about 4 times. And even running it through about 8 times, back and forth 4 times, you know, with the adhesive sheets on, some of the things I had trouble getting out. So I scrapped that idea. I was trying to do that so these wouldn't stick up so much, but I kind of like them sticking up. So that's what we're doing. Oh, sure. Feel free to case it. I'm on the East Coast, and I am about 35 or 40 miles west of Philadelphia. Yeah, now the doors, Brandy, that's a celebration item. So it's a buy $50 worth of other stuff, get that free. And that one is, let me find it again. It's called, I have a thing for doors too. It's called Feels Like Home. I also have a thing for windows. And we do have a window set in the annual catalog, which carried over from last year, I think. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now, you could, on this card, put another piece of basic black behind this to make it pop even more, but my basic black cardstock is running a little low, as in I don't have any more big enough pieces. This is the last one. So I had to, I think I have a new pack somewhere, but I have to dig it out. Anyway, so I didn't do that, but I did on the inside. So this one again is another simple card. You just have to have a die cut machine and the dies to do it. I really like this stamp set. I'll probably be keeping it for a long, I mean this bundle, I'll keep it for a long time probably. We'll see how I can keep going with this or not next year. And then we're just going to off center this and put it down here. You can put it wherever you want, but because I'm putting the sending you above it, yeah. And I just glued it on the letters. I have to be careful because this glue is a little gloppy tonight. Maybe because it's hot up here. I don't know. That's why I have the AC on, but it still seems hot. Heat rises. The downstairs isn't bad, but up here I have a couple pieces that are, they came out, but they didn't come off. All right, so now we'll glue that down. Let me see if that looks straight. No. Just push the center down. And then we will hopefully peel these off. Look at my pokey thing. And for this, I just put the adhesive sheets across a piece of, I have it right here actually, across the center here, and then place the die on it. And it die, like I said, it cuts them out separate letters. So, and then we're gonna stick them on top of the black. I didn't see that done in the catalog. I saw other variations, but I didn't see them put these letters on top, the other letters. Maybe I missed it, but. And I think the fresh freesia on top the basic black really kind of makes it pop. I don't want to stab myself, so I'm trying desperately not to do that. There we go. Yeah, you could. I thought about doing that too, putting a rectangle under it, but I decided not to because I was not sure I liked at first the dots showing through, but it grew on me. Right, exactly. There's a lot of variations you can do. Case means right, copy and share everything. Copy, no. Well, it does, but we say it as copy and selectively edit. So the second card was cased, and I very much edited. Totally changed the card look. But the thing on the second card that was cased is stamping just the design in one color and cutting it in 4 pieces. That's what the casing I did on that second one. These I didn't case. The first one and this one I didn't case. Come on. I see the seam. I just can't seem to get the paper to... There we go. So that's easy and less messy, because on the first one I had a little bit of glue showing under these and I didn't really care for that. Okay, so now we just have to stamp. This piece is 2 inches by ½ inch, and this is 2 1/4 by 3/4. And we're just going to stamp "Sending You," which is a very small font. I have to try and make sure I get it centered and sort of straight. Hopefully, not too bad. I pressed a little hard, but it's all right. So my advice there is don't press too hard. And before I close the ink up, we're going to stamp something on the inside too. All right, and we'll just put that on here. And I did not bump this up on dimensionals this time. We also have the black enamel dots, or whatever, black matte dots that would look nice on here. But I chose to use the in color rhinestones. I'll show them to you in a minute. All right, let me find our inside piece. It's right here, and all we're going to do is stamp this little flower down here in this corner. You could turn it upside down and do up here too, but I didn't want to do that this time. Thank you, Cindy. I like the hugs too. There's a lot of variations you can do with that. Let me put my ink pad away. I don't think I did anything else on the inside of this. No. All right, so let's put the inside in, then we'll put our glittery dots on, and we'll be done that. So maybe we'll do a, since it's early yet, we'll do a wing it card with that other flower paper from the same pack. Again, this paper is the beautifully penned, this paper from the Celebration, free with a $50 purchase also. And let's get the proper name for these is 2021 to 2023 in color jewels. And of course, we're using Fresh Freesia, which is the purpley color. All right, so we use a big one up here, and a small one here, and we'll do another big one maybe over here, and then small one somewhere down here, and one more. I guess we'll use a small one, just right, maybe up here. Okay, that's all. Done. Finite. All right, so we're going to do user's choice. So far our 3 cards are this one, this copy and selectively edited one, and the first one was this. They used 3 different papers from the beautifully penned. We're going to use the flip side of this one now, I think. Let me see. I had it out, but yeah. Nope. The flip side of we'll use this one. So what color would you like the background to be? Because what I'm going to do on this is color the background. And I think I'll use alcohol markers and not color the flowers. We'll try that. Yeah, I thought so too. So I thought it was cute. That's a cute one. That's a pretty one. And that's a, I don't know, sophisticated one. So there's our 3, and we'll do one together as a winging it card. We get these put away first. And I don't know what stamp set we use, but use one of the 3 we used already. I just need to see, let's see what this measures. This is 3 3/4 roughly by going to make it be 5. So we have to pick a card base, and the black and white speaks to you. Okay. I'm going to use this, but I'm going to color the background with something vibrant. So let's see what color we want to use. How about a blue? We haven't done a blue. How about Bermuda Bay, maybe? What do you think? Or we could use, we've used purple, we've used pink. It's either going to be blue, orange, or yellow. I have all the colors of the blends that we have. So I have pinks, oranges, purples, greens, yellows. Right, Brandy? All right, well, if I'm going to go for blue, though, I kind of want it to be bright. So I'm leaning towards Bermuda Bay, the light Bermuda Bay, maybe. What do you think? I think that'll be pretty. Yeah, me too. All right, let me get a scrap paper because I know I'll go. Now, another way I could do it, if you have the ink pads, which might actually be less time consuming, but we'll try this. We'll try it with the brush end and just go around these flowers a little bit. It can be a little tricky in where the flower pieces meet, you know. The big area is not too bad, right? I'll just go like this. I guess I could just go over some of it. I've never done it this way before. I've always colored the flowers in instead, but I thought, well, why not? We'll color the background in instead. I've got to go around these flowers first, though. This might take a while. This might not be a good idea. Oh well. Maybe we'll do a strip of it instead of a whole piece. Watercolors would probably be easier. Or even chalk pastels with water. I could have tried that, maybe. It's okay. We have some time. As long as you don't get bored. And then I'll have to get cardstock and stuff out. So this is just light Bermuda Bay. And I went in the flower a little bit. Oopsie. It's because I'm being lazy. And I'm shaking a little bit for some reason. Oh well. We have the color lifter too. Coloring is relaxing to you. Can be to me, but maybe not while I'm live. I don't know. I tend to want to rush when I'm live. Well, I might cut it back and not do so much of it, and would make a little bit smaller piece instead of the whole front. You know what I mean? So I don't take so long to do this. Have to go in here a little bit too. little bit streaky, but it kind of looks watercolory because it's streaky. The thing with watercolor, this paper, I don't know how it would do with the water. You could try it. You could try it. All right, I'm going to kind of cut this first, and then I'll do the other half. Right down about there. I have another piece we could do something with too. All right, so I'm going to flip this around and do this side now. So I'm kind of envisioning now a card with an embossed piece under it, and then this on top. Like a larger embossed color and then a coordinating color just to set this apart. And then we have to pick a sentiment. I don't know why I'm shaking. I definitely am shaking. So you guys getting ready for the pumpkin season here soon? I went to the dentist the other day, and I have a new dental hygienist. I'm kind of sad because I really liked my other one, but this one is nice and she was good too. So anyway, she was like asking me about pumpkin stuff, and I said, well, I like pumpkin pie and I like pumpkin bread, but I'm not big on stuff like pumpkin coffee. And because she was saying she got her iced pumpkin latte or something, and that doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why, but I had a few different pumpkin things and didn't care for them, but I do love pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread. So I stopped at the store on the way home from the dentist, and guess what I bought? 2 little pumpkin pies, miniature ones. No, I'm not hungry. I had pizza already, our little frozen pizza that we do. I was going to cook a casserole tonight, like I said earlier, but I lazied out on it. I'm just going in and getting some of the areas where I missed in between the flowers. I think here too, a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. I think good enough. Nope, a little bit here. Okay. So that was all light Bermuda Bay, by the way. Let me I don't know if I have any Bermuda Bay cut, but we could use, do I have any Bermuda Bay cut? Is this Bermuda Bay? Look at that, I have a Bermuda Bay. Let me see if I have a big enough piece of black. I don't know. My black is running low. And if not, maybe I can just use white. That's not white enough. See, there's my black. This pack had all my scraps in it, but it also had, oh, I have a bigger piece here, but I don't know if that's long enough. No. Well, unless I do something like, well, maybe I could do like that and this. That might work. Thank you, Phoebe. You love all pumpkin treats, but you're not ready, Phoebe. Yeah. We got, yes, I personally didn't. My basement had about 2 inches of water in it, and we spent that night, which was a live night. I can't remember if it was a Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, we spent that night wet vacuuming the basement. But let me see. I think we'll use the Tasteful Textile. I think what I'm going to do is just put this in a little bit. Put this like this. And then have a sentiment strip or something somewhere here. But let me cut this to 5 1/2. and run it through the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. Oops. I think I should use that, or should I use white? Hang on a second. I'll just use the scrap and see what I like better. Yeah, I like the black better. Alright, so I'm going to run this through the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, my other favorite one. And I'll be right back. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Phoebe. I try to please when I'm not in a funk. Even when I am, when I manage to get on here, I try to please. I haven't been doing anything on my other channel either, but there will be collabs coming up soon for that. So this is another standard A2, and I'm just going to glue this down. I could, well, you know what, before we do that, let me figure out what stamp set we're going to use. Let's go back to the hand pen and see. I mean, this is the stamp we used earlier. There's also this one. But I'm kind of thinking I don't want to use those. If I do anything on this, it'll be like tone on tone. I'm thinking of doing tone on tone something on here. I was hoping I had something with those little... well, I probably do. I have another set here. Let's see if this has anything. Different flower. All right, let's use something on here. I'll just use this stamp here. And I'm going to do tone on tone background. Hopefully that'll still look good. Really? It's actually light Bermuda Bay. Now let's see the difference between the two here. So this is light Bermuda Bay. And this is light soft succulent. Bit of a difference there. I would say the Bermuda Bay has more blue in it. It's just probably the camera making the difference here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do kind of an all over. Let me open this up. Let me not open it up. Mostly on this side here. Let's see if we like that. All right, I think that'll be okay. It's not my favorite, but it's probably my camera, Tashana, because it shows weird sometimes. To me, sometimes the colors don't. Yeah, I'm looking at the screen now, and you're right. When it dried, maybe because it has that on the other side. That might be why. All right, so let's just glue these down. So this was done in the Tasteful Textile. If I was to do this again, I probably would not do the stamping the way I did, or find a better stamp to use. But and we'll put this down. Let's see, do I have any root I want to use on this? I don't know. Don't have any Bermuda Bay. Yeah. We might use black twine again or something, or white twine. Maybe we'll use white twine this time. All right, I'm just going to glue this down too. And then we'll figure out the sentiment. All right, we have thanks, anything is possible, feel better friend. What did we use tonight? We used congratulations, missing you, hugs. How about just a thanks? A thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you. I like looking designer. I think if I was going to stamp that again, I'd probably use one of these two-step ones and do that. But let's see if I can find another block now. Yeah, here's one. So this is out of the hand penned, and I need a scrap of white somewhere. I want a scrap that's wide enough because I'll probably use some kind of a punch. Where's my Bermuda? I think I'll use black. So actually, I'm kind of thinking I might use the layering ovals with a piece of black behind it. In which case, we'll try it. So let's see. Layering ovals, if that'll fit or not, because that's kind of a skinny punch. Yes, it will. Oops. So we'll do that, but we'll put a piece of black behind it with the top punch. Let me get another scrap of black somewhere. This is scrap night, I guess, too, huh? Yeah. Let me close this up. Glue this together. So is this kind of how you guys design on the fly? I didn't get that centered right. And I think we will put that on dimensionals and just maybe put it here, or should I put it here? No, I like it better here. Oh, bye, Phoebe. Have a good meal. Eat extra for us. Whatever it is. I need some new meal ideas. I'm kind of stagnant in that area too for 2 people. No clue. Getting kind of tired of the same old stuff. All right. And what kind of white gems do we have, I wonder? Any kind of white? Do we have pearls? Maybe. Let's see what I have. I'm kind of thinking white twine with. We have these white elegant gems. Yeah, either that or pearls. So we use elegant gems. Stuffed bell peppers, that sounds good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm coming to your house. Except I don't want to go where it's hot. I've had enough hot. I'm ready for fall, but I'm not ready for winter. It's just how it is. Let's see if we like these on here. Probably not. They're a little bit iridescent. Yeah, I kind of like that. I won't like it on this, so we'll not put any there. But we'll put some here, and maybe splattering Wink of Stella on here would be nice, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet either. We'll put one here. All right, I guess that's enough. All right, so then inside, I would just put a piece of black cardstock with white. You get a piece of the smaller white. Unfortunately, I don't think I have another black piece. Yeah. You know what? I do, but it's a pre-made card base, but let me cut it down. It was for a fancy fold I never made. So let me just cut that apart. Yeah, let me cut that off. So 4. Now we have 2 more scraps. And this should be, I have to cut this to 5 1/4. All right. I have to go through my cardstock and see what I need. So do I want a design on the inside? Let's just stamp this image that I have out somewhere. What did I do with it? Where did I put my stamp? Maybe I put it away. I put it away. Silly me. All right, so we're going to use that big stamp again. And we're going to stamp in Bermuda Bay. We're going to stamp off. I'm going to rob this block from the feels like home, and bring in Bermuda Bay. Yeah, I like stuffed peppers. I've done, I would like them, but I have a tendency now to make it as unstuffed peppers via a casserole. I just stamped off on that once, just to give some kind of light image on the inside. That's all I'm going to do on the inside. You could put a piece of the paper in there too, but I don't feel like coloring it in the background again. That's called Lazy Crafter Deb. All right. I didn't exactly get that centered, so maybe I should put a... No, I don't like that. It's too much. We'll just do it like that and put that on the inside. Yeah, pretty. And I don't know if I'm going to do twine or not. Kind of thinking not. Don't have to have ribbon or twine on everything, right? All right. That is our winging it card for the night, our fourth and final one. So if anybody's on here that's not a demonstrator and is in the US and would like to buy anything from me, I would love to have you. This is the host code, goes through the end of September. And again, we were using the beautifully penned designer series paper, which is a sort of a gray and white. I think they call it black and white, but it looks more gray to me. And there you go. Thank you so much for being with me. We dropped from 12 to 7. I guess everybody else is ready to go too. But I enjoyed having you with me tonight. I hope to see you for the collab 10 on the 10th, which is hosted by Metal Scrappin' Chick on Friday the 10th. And then embellishments on the 11th. I don't know what I'm doing for that yet. And then on my other channel, I'll have Joy of Blue on the 12th. And then I'll be back on the 15th here for another live. I'm not sure what I'll be doing for that live. Thank you, Brandy. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Be safe. I know the weather's been bad lots of different places. And yeah, my thoughts and prayers go out to all those affected. I could never live in a flood zone, having heard stories from my mom about going out attic windows in rowboats and stuff when she was a little girl. So thank you, Yvonne. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. All righty. I'm off, and I'll see you Friday. And next Wednesday, hopefully, the weather will be good, and I'll be out of this funk for good, and we'll see you then. Hugs, love, and peace. Let me type that in. Thanks again. Thank you, Hildy. If I could type, it would be good. There we go. All right, everyone. Bye.